Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mags. So I come at you again today with some fantastic news that Newcastle United have unveiled today. Sandro Tonali, as we know, yesterday Sandro Tonali came in from AC Milan and he landed at Newcastle Airport, of course, to do his media work. Obviously, he stayed overnight in Newcastle, and today he has been unveiled at St James's Park wearing a Newcastle United shirt, and the media footage has been put out, of course, of him inside the stadium putting on the Newcastle United shirt for the very first time. Some fantastic pictures, of course, of Sandro Tonali at St James's Park today as well. Quite a few Newcastle United fans were at St James's Park as well to try and catch a glimpse of our fantastic new signing, the most expensive Italian player to come out of the Serie A. Of course, that is a big statement, and that shows exactly what kind of player we are getting here when we have to pay that kind of money to get him. Of course, at the end of the day, 55 million is an absolute steal, as I have said on the channel quite a few times now, for somebody that is going to be the future captain of the Italian international side. And of course, it doesn't end there neither. Newcastle United are once again being linked with the Serie A, and it is, of course, Bonucci we are being linked with this time. Now, Bonucci is, of course, on the older side at 36 years old. He's going to be retiring next season, they said. So this season coming, of course, he'll be retiring at the end of that. And they are saying that, of course, he might want to have one last adventure, and a way out of course, Italy would be to come to Newcastle United. Now, if this is legit or not remains to be seen. It is coming from the Daily Mail, who are talking about this one, so do take it with a pinch of salt. But in my personal opinion, I think he is on the older side at 36, a bit too old, in my opinion, for us to be signing him. As if you look at the players that we're signing so far, we are signing younger players for, of course, the youth team heading forward, the likes of Yannick Minter. And then, of course, we're signing players, like Sandro Tonali, who's 23 years old, can do the business forward now, but can also do the business forward going forward as well. So I think Bonucci's deal might be, again, another one of them deals where, they're trying to throw a name in there to try and up the valuation of the player for any clubs that may be interested. Probably Saudi Arabia would be an area that I think a player of his age would be going, especially since we've seen quite a few players of advancing years, shall we say, going off to the Saudi League. Of course, that has become an area where players of a certain age can go and pretty much get a retirement package, to put it politely. That's perfectly fine at the end of the day to be doing that, because they have worked very hard throughout their careers. Some of them are really entitled to go out there and, get a retirement package. The likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, we've seen already go out there. He was one of the first ones to do so. Then we've seen, so many from Chelsea going out there as well. So I think Bonucci will probably be going to the Saudi League if he doesn't, of course, choose to stay in the Serie A. But moving away from that one, we do have more news on the Harvey Barnes deal. It seems as though this one just will not go away, and it could be again another similar situation to the James Maddison one, where it might just be us fans wanting the deal, with quite a few fans, talking about this deal. But I have seen Eddie Howe saying that he is quite interested as well, or articles saying that Eddie Howe is interested in Harvey Barnes. I've got to say, for the deal that they are talking about, which is 35 million, again, the Daily Mail are the ones that are coming out with this news. So, for 35 million, is he worth it? He could do a job for it. Look at what he's done when he was with Leicester in the Premier League. Of course, them now down in the Championship. He does have a really good performance rate in the Premier League. and I do believe he got 60 goals and assists in the Premier League as well in his time up here with Leicester. So we'll see what happens on it. 35 million, it's not a bad fee, to be honest. But I think for that to happen, we probably would have to see somebody in the team move away. People that are talking about a move for Maxi to go to the Saudi League as well. That is the one that is being talked about. The media's talking about it. I think Adam Pearson was the one who talked about it first, and then the media just kind of jumped on board with it. So, you know, maybe that could be something that could happen in this window. Like I say, there's plenty of time left in the window for signings to come in and players to depart as well. Obviously, we're going to have some players depart the club because we're going to have, of course, players coming in. So we're not going to be able to field all of them because you can only field a certain amount of players, and you can only have a certain squad size as well for the Premier League. So we do have to be aware of that. I'm sure Eddie Howe and Dan Ashworth are aware of that as well. They will be definitely thinking about that because these are very smart guys. They know what they're doing. Trust the process is all I say on that one. But as of that news, of course, Bonucci, I don't see that one happening, to be honest. I think if he's going to go anywhere, it would be the Saudi League. Harvey Barnes, I'd love to see him come. He is a good player, but we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. And, you know, the Sandro Tonali deal was just an absolute fantastic deal by way. And it's nice to see, you know, him in a black and white shirt for real this time, not somebody just photoshopping his head onto a black and white shirt. So it's nice to see him in the home shirt at St James's Park and finally have this deal done and dusted, and we can now concentrate on the other deals moving forward in the window, which we were already doing anyway. But you know, for us fans, it's nice to see that we've finally got that first signing in the door, and we can now concentrate on bringing that next one in as well and see what happens going forward. Also, you can join the membership program as well, just for getting there before we end off this video. You can join the membership program as well. It's only $1.99 a month, and you do get priority replies to your comments on the channel, and you'll also get a shout out as well for being a member every month. Now, I want to try and do the shout outs on the first of every month as well. Now, I know I've missed the last shout out for the month just starting, so shout out to Richard, who is one of the members on my channel. So a big shout out to him. Thank you for being the very first member to join on the channel, and of course hopefully there will be more members to join as well going forward. Like I say, it's only $1.99 a month, and it does help to grow the channel going forward. So till next time, I'll see you all in the next one, and how are the lads.